That is so cool. Have a look at that. That is no way. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this line is tight. Oh yeah, what do we got here? How's it going, buds? We're currently in a massive Australian timber plantation. We're gonna be spending the next 3 days with no food, no water, and no shelter. We're gonna be hunting, gathering, and fishing, doing whatever we can to survive for the next 3 days. So I'm super excited about this one because it's a lot more like the environment in Canada. There's tons of fallen trees, tons of rotted logs, kind of just like this one here, some potential bait in there. But first things first, we have to build a shelter. It's actually gonna get pretty cold tonight, so pretty important that we get that shelter going right away. So these pine tree plantations are massive. They can be hundreds of acres, and there's a few of them all around Australia. So these plantations are in all different stages of growth, and each section offers a different kind of habitat for a native or invasive species. You can see over here there's a massive section that was just recently cut. Over there we got some much larger trees, some trees that will probably be harvested pretty soon. And then over here, we just have some smaller saplings. And each one of these sections offers a different opportunity to help me survive. It's a pretty weird feeling to be walking through a pine forest, have a kangaroo hop by. Now, this is a pretty good sign. Got a river out here, and there's currently pelicans sitting on the river. I'm sure they know where the fish are, so gives me hope. Well, I just had the craziest thing happen, so you'll be watching this footage as I'm telling you this. But I pulled up the drone to take a look at the scenery and kind of scout out the river a little bit. And as I was flying it back towards me, a falcon comes out of nowhere and dive bombs the drone. And just completely destroyed it. Yeah, that one's not going to be repairable. Well, great start to the survival challenge. A few deer tracks here in the mud. They're old, but it's a good sign. There's a few of these freshwater mussel shells laying around here. If I can find a couple that are in the water, it'll be pretty good dinner. There's a turtle in the water there. That's super promising. Might actually be worth checking some of these smaller little ponds, see if there's any crayfish in there, or yabbies. Oh, there is one. Look at that. Let's see if we can get him with my hand. He's just small, but... Oh yeah, got him. Oh, nice. He is tiny, but that'll be our first little bit of food. And where there's one, there's more. Well, it's good to know these guys are here. I won't spend too much time because we gotta get our shelter going. I know it's gonna be a cold night tonight, so that's super important. Maybe just put him in here for now. There's tons of little grasshoppers hopping around me. Those will be great for bait when I'm gonna start to fish. Kangaroo skull. All right, so I think I actually found a pretty good spot here. Right behind me, there's a little flat spot just inside the woods there. Out in front of me, we got the river. I'm up high, can do some good scouting from up here. Hopefully a deer will just wander right past me. And close to the river for fishing. Catching more crayfish, finding mussels. I like the spot. One of the tools I brought with me was some fishing line. So I'm gonna use a couple strands of it, tie up this shelter. Extra support, starting to sag a little bit. All right, that's pretty much it. Might try and do a little bit of extra protection on the edges here. Throw down some bedding. And once we get that all done, it's time to explore. All right, I think this is gonna be a good night. Let's go explore. So the goal now is to look for some food. Unfortunately, somehow I lost my little crayfish in my pocket. So I'll have to go get another one of those. But the good thing is, like I mentioned, I do have the fishing line and I also have a few fishing hooks here. So they're gonna need some bait, just circular hooks, no lures or anything. And I'm not that great of a fisherman to begin with, so I'm gonna have to play the numbers game here. Hopefully set up a few set lines along the river here and try our luck. Hopefully we can get something tonight. Look at that. I've never caught a turtle before. That is really cool. That is so cool. Never caught a turtle before, but don't really feel like eating one of these. He's gonna go on to live another day. Good to know there's a lot of life in this little river. Another turtle right there. Here's another one. Wow. See you later, buddy. Look at this. Nice big glass bottle. I have 101 uses for this. There's another yabby. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Now that guy should make some decent bait. Into the bucket for now. Give him a little bit of water while he's in there. So I just went to flip up this rock and look underneath, and wasn't a rock. This guy's got a bit of gunk growing on him. There's a big one. Now that'll be a decent meal. Don't even know if he's gonna fit in the jar. Another big one. Looks like we got a mussel in here. All right, we can use this for bait. Maybe we can cook it up. But see if we can find some more. Probably try and turn it into a fish first. All right. Doesn't smell the greatest, but I mean, that's a ton of meat. Let's get that on a hook. Get that in the water. Here, it's gonna be my float for today. Hopefully the fish like that. Let's get this in the water. Let's do a couple more of those and see how we go. All right, I got 3 lines out already. This will be the last one I put out for a while. And I'm gonna use this guy as bait. Small little crawfish I caught earlier. Hopefully he finds me a fish. Well, traps are set. It's not great hunting time yet, so I'm just gonna go out and see if I can gather any more food. Just walk around, explore a little bit, see what we can find. Bait's gone. So that's a good sign. Something's eating it. Hopefully we get something this time. Another one with no bait. Hopefully it's just not turtles eating them all. The third one with no bait. Makes me feel like the turtle's just eating everything. Oh, this is a great little find up here. Looks like some blackberry bushes. Hopefully there's some ripe ones on there. That would be really nice right now. Have a look at that. Oh yeah, there's a couple. Delicious. Yeah, it's much needed. Collect as many of these as I can. That'll be a great snack tonight. Have a look at that. An absolute bounty. Oh. Got pretty lucky with them. Got pretty lucky with the blackberries this time. If you saw my last survival challenge, you know that none of them were ripe. I was eating just unripe blackberries the whole time. These ones are great, and they help quench my thirst too. Still gonna try and boil some water tonight, cook up the crawfish, and hopefully a fish if we get one, but it's a great little snack for the afternoon. Grab a few more of these, and then we'll head back about 5 kilometers, I'm guessing, from my camp. So should probably head back, take about an hour, and it'll be just about time to start hunting. All right, I was just gonna have a couple before I left, but I ended up eating the entire thing. So pick another batch and then we'll go. Have a look at that. Incredible. That's gonna be an absolute feast. Time to head back, get ready for hunting. All right, just gonna build a little fireplace for myself. That way we can cook up those 2 crawfish, boil up some water tonight, and fingers crossed we still get a fish. Let's do it. It's starting to get late in the day. Really need to boil some water here. Getting really thirsty. So I made this little plate, and this is where I'm going to put all my blackberries while I use the pot to boil some water. There we go. Come on. There we go. Fire. Not always as easy as it seems when you have a flint striker. You think it's guaranteed fire, but it really isn't. It can be tricky sometimes. All right, not too bad. Fairly clear. Boiling. Be honest, I am way more thirsty than I am hungry right now, but that water is still scalding hot, so I'm gonna start with dinner. Now I'm gonna save all of the little guts and little pieces that I don't eat, put them back in the bottle. I'm gonna submerge this bottle in the river tonight, and hopefully in the morning it'll be full of other little crayfish. Look at that. Really not much, but little lobster. And that is delicious. A little bit of protein. It is actually really good. I was kind of hoping I would have something a little bigger, but that's all right. Try again tomorrow. Those clams would have been a really good piece of meat as well. Fortunately, I used them all as fish bait today, but should be able to collect a few more tomorrow. Hopefully this Yabby trap will work for me overnight. And when I go set this, I'll bring the bow. All right, this is a spot where I saw a few yabbies this morning, but didn't manage to catch them. So let's submerge this here. Hopefully in the morning, that'll be full of yabbies. Now I don't know what the rabbit population is like in this area, but in my mind, this is the perfect habitat for them. A lot of long grass, pine trees. Well, no luck. A ton of kangaroos. But no deer, no rabbits. If only we could hunt kangaroos, you would never go hungry in this country. No way. Not sure if you can see this, but this line is tight. Oh yeah, what do we got here? Please don't be a turtle. Come on. Oh wow, that is really tight. Oh no. Well, something got my hook and took the bait. It's a good spot. It's a good sign. At least things are biting. May just be turtles, but at least something's out there. All right, last thing before we head to bed. It is finally time to drink some water. Those berries helped today, but I am parched. A few floaties in here. All right. Oh, that is so good. Doesn't taste fishy at all. A little smoky, but that's it. Oh, wow. Okay, a lot of sediment at the bottom. That was super refreshing. Pretty full on day. Cannot wait to lay down in bed tonight. I'm actually super full from all that water. So I'm just gonna pack up the berries for breakfast tomorrow. That's pretty much it for the night. Time to lay down. See you guys in the morning. Make sure you tune in for the next video, because tomorrow I'm gonna be doing so many more adventures here. It's getting pretty cold, so I pulled down a bunch of these boughs, and it's gonna be my blanket tonight. Little pine cocoon.